Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel. I don't know who I think I am filming another video this soon, but we've promised we're going to be back on it with the videos now, so I'm determined to deliver. Everly is literally right next to me having a nap. I don't know how long she's going to be down for, so I'm just going to try and get this video done while she naps. So just bear with. So today I'm just going to film a postpartum's must-have video. It's been 12 weeks since I had Everly now, and I just thought it was actually requested from one of our lovely subscribers. When she asked for it, she was due in like 4 weeks time, so she's probably had a baby by now. If you have, congratulations. But I did think it would be a really helpful video for the first time mums-to-bes that follow us, and if you have recently just had a baby, you know, there might just be some useful things in there for some of you guys. So I'm still going to film it. I just want to do a disclaimer though, I'm not a healthcare professional in any way, shape or form. I'm not a midwife. If there is anything that you are remotely concerned about, you should be speaking to your midwife about it. Do not come to Moo Vlogs channel and think that we know what we're doing. We absolutely don't. Like I've said in previous videos, nobody knows your body like you do. So if you think there is something wrong, you need to be speaking to your midwife. I have shared my birth story on the channel. If you haven't already seen it, then go check it out. I did have a natural delivery, so obviously what I'm speaking about helped me recover from a natural birth. Obviously I only had one child, so I've never had to, you know, recover from a C-section or anything like that. So like I say, this is just personally what helps me with my recovery, and hopefully it might be able to help some of you guys. So I'm just going to get on with a few bits. I have got some bits that I can show, but some bits I haven't got, so I'll have to like take a screenshot and just insert a picture on the screen so you know what they kind of look like. I'm going to do it in sections. So first things first, like immediately postpartum, I've got a list on my phone, bear with me. So pads. I used the Lilith pads. I haven't got any of these to show you, so I will have to insert a picture on the screen, but I just got mine from Superdrug. These are super long, like at the back there's like an extra flap, so it like really covers round your bum as well, and they have wings, so I feel like you're kind of secure. They were probably the best pads that I used, so absolutely they were a must for me. Obviously to go with the pants, you need the biggest black pants that you can find, and I mean the bigger the better. I just got some from M&S. I'll link them below if I can. I'm not going to go about showing you my underwear on YouTube, but yeah, I just got mine from M&S. I'll link them below. But even I would say just get the biggest pants that you can get, because you want them to come right up, because if anything does happen and you do end up having a C-section, I got the biggest ones and the highest ones I could get, because if I did end up with a C-section, I didn't want anything to be touching or rubbing on the wound. I think that would just be really painful. So yeah, big black knickers. You don't want them to be restricted in any way, shape or form. I also got another lot of pads. I've got them up here. So I bought the Always Maxi Nights. So with these, I actually got a bottle of witch hazel from Home Bargains, and I took literally a full pack, and I did a cap full of the witch hazel, and I like drizzled it on the pad, closed the pad back up, and then put it in a freezer bag and into the freezer. Now the reason I use these pads and not the Liliths is, I'll show you, because literally these just open up like that, so I could put the witch hazel on, close it back up into a freezer bag and into the freezer. Whereas the Lilith pads have got wings, they've got them sticky wings, so I couldn't open that up to put the witch hazel on. So I use these for like cooling pads, and after a bath, oh my gosh, they were the one. So like I say, I've got those pads, I've got the witch hazel from Home Bargains, and then I just folded it up, popped it in a freeze bag and into the freezer, and I tended to use them once I'd got out of the bath, because let me tell you, it gets swollen down there. It's like an inflatable. I was not prepared for that, and that really just helped soothe it. It was like an ice pack for your nunny basically. But yeah, I would 100% recommend doing that. I did that before I actually went in. I didn't know I was going to have a natural birth, but obviously I was hoping for one, manifesting it, all that business. So if you can be prepared and do something like that and have them ready and waiting, that is something that did really help me. And what else have I got on my list? Bath soak. So one of my mummy friends actually recommended this to me. Our babies are like literally a few weeks apart, and she messaged me once she'd had hers, knowing obviously I was obviously going to have Everly soon, saying that these things are really good. So again, just from Home Bargains. I don't know how you say it. Is it like Badidas or something? I don't know if you can see. No, it's focusing on me. So yeah, when I was have a bath, I used to just put a capful or two of that in and just obviously have a quick soak in the bath. The midwives do advise you to not soak in the bath for long anyway, not that you get the chance to with a baby or a newborn. Yeah, I'd just pop a few capful of that in the bath, and it was really quite soothing and relaxing. I do think that did help my recovery. I did have stitches as well, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned that. I had a natural delivery with a 2nd degree tear. So they tell you not to soak in the bath for too long, just in case they dissolve or something. I'm not quite sure, but... So that was that. The next thing was the spritz for bits. So I would tend to use the witch hazel after a bath. And then in the day, I would just, if I felt like I needed it, I would spritz some of... So it's just like, I think this is the Natural Birthing Company, and it's just a spritz for your bits basically, and it says to mist over the perineal area wherever you are experiencing pain and discomfort. I just used to spray this on my pad, obviously a fresh clean pad, if I felt like I needed it in the day, and that does soothe it as well. Wipes. Definitely get yourself some wipes, girls, because you do not want to be wiping with tissue. It's just, it's softer, it's nicer. It's not as painful, I don't think, so make sure you've got some wipes in, just toilet wipes. You could just use the water wipes that you're using for the baby, but I did just get some water wipes to keep in our toilets here and in my maternity bag with me. It's just nicer down there, you know, it's a car crash, let's face it. And the other things was uterus shrinking pains. So obviously once you've had the baby, your uterus is still the size that your baby was in there, and it has to shrink back down to what it was. Now, I didn't really know about this, and I didn't have them that bad, but some women experience them and literally like contractions again, so it can be really painful. I just took some paracetamol and I had a hot water bottle, and that did help me. So just to be prepared for it, get some painkillers in, make sure you've got a hot water bottle about. Like I say, some people do suffer with them worse than others, so fingers crossed it's not that bad, but there are things that you can do like that to help ease the pain. So that was like immediately postpartum, like what helped me down there. So moving on to boobs, I would 100% recommend you get some nipple pads. Even if you aren't breastfeeding, you are probably going to leak. It's going to happen, your boobs are going to get that full, it will leak, and I'm still using them to this day. 3 months, she's 3 months old and I'm still using them because my boobs still leak. When she feeds on one, the other leaks. So nipple pads are an absolute must. Like I say, even if you're planning on bottle feeding, your boobs are going to leak in the early days, to still get some nipple pads anyway. If you are planning on breastfeeding, definitely some nipple cream. Some women really struggle with cracked, sore and even bleeding and blistered nipples, so nipple cream is your saviour basically. I cannot pronounce this for the life of me, but this is a really good nipple cream, and this is what pretty much everyone says to get. So yeah, that is a lifesaver. Definitely get some of that. Now, I have breastfed, so I don't know what it's like if you are bottle feeding, how sore and big your boobs get. I imagine it is quite sore, but somebody did tell me that you could like use frozen cabbages to like put on your boobs, which helps. I don't know, like I say, I've not experienced it, I just heard it, thought I'd mention it, might be worth a try. If you've tried it, comment below, let us know. But I did suffer with, when my milk come in, oh my god, it was like I'd had a boob job overnight. My boobs were like rocks. Like, I looked down and I was like, oh my god, I'm not used to seeing my boobs this big. And they were sore, they were so engorged, like at the seam of bursting. It was just ridiculous. So to help with the engorgement, I did just pump a little bit. The midwives do advise not to, but I kind of just had a feeling that I didn't want to end up with mastitis or blocked ducts or anything like that, and I just thought I'll just pump a little bit to relieve it, and it did help. So if you're planning on breastfeeding, I would definitely recommend getting a pump in. It did help doing that for me. Like I say, this is all personal preference. What works for me might not work for you, but I'm just telling you what's worked for me, and then you can try it. If it helps you, it helps you. So the other thing I was going to talk about as well, because it was a godsend for me having Mitchell. Obviously, I know not everyone is lucky enough to have a partner. Some might be doing it on their own. So if that is the case, make sure you've got some easy meals in. Just get some easy meals in. Something you can bang in the oven, something you can bang in the microwave. Just something quick and easy. If you haven't got anybody that's going to be able to be there to support you 24/7, just try and be proactive. Make it easier on yourself by or even freezing homemade meals now beforehand. Get it in the freezer, you can just whack it out, warm it up, and you've got something to eat. It is so important that you still look after yourself. Like, happy mom equals happy baby. Everybody says that, and I don't think you realise until you live in it. So just make sure that you are still putting yourself first as well. So yes, easy meals. Like I say, for me it's been a godsend because I've had Mitchell, so Mitchell basically, and still to this day, he just makes sure that I am fed and I'm drinking so that I can feed her. So my priority is to feed her, so he always makes sure that I'm having breakfast, lunch and dinner, I'm not missing any meals. And that has been a godsend for me. But obviously you can be proactive, make sure you've got the stuff in the freezer, microwave meals in and stuff like that. I would 100% recommend doing that because it just makes your life so much easier until you find your feet and you feel a bit more confident. I must admit, I've only just started to find my feet being a mum, feeling like I can juggle a bit of housework now, and you know, I'll cook an occasional meal. But it's taken me, like, I'm 12 weeks postpartum now and I've just got there. I know everyone does it at their own pace, but don't put pressure on yourself. Try and make it easier for yourself if you can, and that is something that helped me. I'd get lots of snacks in. We took a lot of snacks to hospital. We didn't necessarily eat them in hospital, but for the days after, they were a lifesaver. So just get some snacks in, maybe something that's got like a bit of an energy booster for you, some like OT breakfast bars or something, and a water bottle. I've got a really big water bottle and I always make sure it's filled up so that I'm constantly drinking. With breastfeeding, it makes me so thirsty. I feel like she just drains the thirst out of me, so like when she's drinking I'm like, I need a drink. So just making sure that I've got a big water bottle that's full and I'm drinking throughout the day all the time, it's a lifesaver. So that's everything from me. I'd be intrigued to know if there's anything that you did to help you guys, and it would be good for any traffic coming towards the channel watching this video. So pop in the comments if you know there's anything that you experienced that you dealt with differently. It'd be nice to hear all of your experiences as well, and it might be helpful for some of the viewers. But yeah, like I say, I'm in no way, shape or form a healthcare professional. This is just what worked for me, and I hope it can help some of you guys. We are going to be filming another family vlog video next week, and we've got some more videos planned, like nighttime routines and morning routines. So keep your eyes peeled on the channel, and thank you for watching. See you in the next one.
You